Hello Lolas, welcome back to my channel guys. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click the bell to be a part of the notification squad. Make sure you click all so that you can get all notifications when I post on my community tab, when I go live, when I do videos. And also guys, always give this video a thumbs up and share with all your dolly friends. So today I am introducing a new baby. He is still somewhat of a work in progress, but overall he's mostly finished with his painting and everything. And I'm also going to give my opinion and my review on my first time painting a silicone kit by Laurie Sullivan Roy. This is Hudson Valor. I think that's the name of the actual sculpt. And I'm considering keeping the name Hudson, but we'll talk about that a little later. And I just want to talk about my experience from start to finish. And yeah, so let's start off by saying, first of all, he is a full body silicone anatomically correct boy with a full body armature. So when I say a full body armature, that means he has an armature going like a skeleton inside him. He has in his legs, his feet, his, all the way down to his feet, like his ankles, everything, hips, his spine, up his back. So he has a armature up his back, through his neck, and which allows his head to turn and all that stuff, and also in his arms down into his hands. Let me see if it's down his hands. Yeah, it's down even into his hands, so his wrists and everything can change. I wanted him to have very newborny hand color, like babies when they're freshly born. This baby is a very newborn size. Really, in my opinion, is true to newborn size. Like a lot of the babies that we be like, oh, it's fresh newborn size, to me be more on the bigger side. This baby gives me that very newborny, a chubby baby just, coming home maybe a couple days old or a week old or something like that. But anyway, so let's get into it. Now keep in mind, he doesn't have eyelashes, eyebrows, or anything because I just finished him like a few hours ago last night. So, first I tried, and he's also like a marshmallow blend, so he does have like a slow rise effect to him. Now when I first started painting him, I tried to paint him like I paint all my other babies as far as the technique goes. And as you guys know, I don't share like how I paint, what I paint, use the paint, blah blah blah, but just follow along, just the generics. Not that it's anything special, I'm just saying, because I know y'all will be like, girl, please. But anyway, I tried to paint him like I would paint my other babies. Now when I was painting Jonah, and I know this video isn't about him, but when I was painting Jonah is also a form of a marshmallow blend, and just for the record, they feel totally different in their feeling. And Jonah is a lot more soft and floppy. And I think Jonah actually, I don't know, but this baby, Hudson, is not floppy at all. His hands does dangle a little bit because he has a very soft armature in his hands, more of a firm armature in his legs. But I tried to paint them the same. If you paint silicone, you understand the softer they are, the more sticky and tacky they are, like glue. And it's very challenging sometimes because you gotta get that silicone to move on that silicone, and the blending is where you run into issues normally. So about, I don't know, maybe 10-15 layers in, midways in, I said, this is not working out. I was getting frustrated, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try something else. So I tried something else, and I did it the rest of the way. And trust me, if I paint another one of her sculpts again, I will probably still my first steps, I think I need to do it my original way, but I think I would start the new technique way much early on. I did really love the results. It gave me more of a seamless finish for the most part, and so I was really excited about that. But let me speak on the silicone itself and what I think. So in my opinion, as I started painting the new way, I saw where this baby was starting to take on color much faster, much easier, and I would like to say I don't think I would change her pore color at all if it was me, because her pore color is like a softy pinkish looking color, but for whatever reason it just painted beautifully. Now I have to go to the darker tones, but I'm confident that if going with the darker tones from that pore would be just perfectly fine. But I really feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it felt like it took color really beautifully. Definitely a total different experience, definitely a different feel of silicone and texture. So I really love that. So I will say the armatures are very distracting for me, because I have never been diagnosed with ADHD or whatever you call it, but I promise you I think I have it. I could not stop moving this baby on the table and, you know, like flicking his little legs up and stuff like that. And I'm like, if something happened during the curing process, it's my own fault. I won't be able to blame nobody, because I had no business playing with that baby the way I played with him on that table. But I did not have any issues. I want to say it's something about her sculpting that rings realistic to me. And I'm going to say this because there are things about this particular sculpt that I normally would not be in love with. So, and let me say what that is. He doesn't give me, like when I pick up, let's say like Jonah or one of my other babies, his head doesn't flop back. And I think just missing the head flop back does something to me. Like it's a huge takeaway for me normally. To me, it's what make me feel like I'm picking up a real baby. So with the full armatures already, that makes them fairly rigid anyway with any baby, no matter how soft they are usually. But I knew that going in, that his head didn't fall back, like just like, you know, flop back or whatever. So that wasn't like an unexpected thing. But for me, he is not like, he wouldn't be the cuddle baby type baby. I did sit in my chair, my rocker this morning, and hold him for a little bit. And as he started to get comfortable in my arms, he does feel nice, but it's not like I don't know, it's like Jonah is more of a cuddle bug. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but what I will say is that I wouldn't trade. I think because I have that already in my nursery, I feel like this baby gives certain qualities that the other ones don't give, if that makes sense. So the way his silicone it feels like a real baby. Like it feels like skin. And I mean, even the matting process, and I don't know if it's because I was like being extremely over the top with my matting when, you know, trying to be very careful with his matting, but even the matting process seemed like it came out better. I don't know. I did front and back, and he has like a few shine spots, you know, here or there. And I mean, very minimum considering what I normally would have on a baby. And so after the first try, so I still have to put him back on the table for that. And I knew right at the top of his head, I was going to like miss a spot, like about right here at the very like middle. It's like a streak, a line there. And I knew I was going to miss that because I was not wanting to like bend his head and risk the silicone sticking in his neck area. It was just weird. I just didn't, and I knew I was going to miss that area, but I could easily, you know, flip him around, go do that part. So I guess, like I said, you know, every baby has their pros and cons. For me, it would be, I would love to see one pose like this, but have the head flop still. I think that would make a difference for me, but the sculpting is beautiful. I love, absolutely love the way she sculpts fingers. And I feel like his posing, is someone outside mowing my lawn like 6 in the morning? Absolutely, my guy is out there. Faithful. Anyway, his sculpting, like, for me, I don't know, it kind of just, when he poses, he just looks very real to me in the poses. Like, he posed like a very natural baby. It's like the proportions and everything was well thought out on him. That's just my opinion. So overall, if I had to like, so, and then also, like, remember I saw this doll in person, well, the kit in person at the doll show, at the North Carolina doll show. And I was like blown away with the soft armatures. Now, he only has the soft armatures in his arms. He doesn't have them in his legs. His legs is a more firmer armature. But his, and I know why she did it, because it allows me to have more control over the pose. The armatures, that's very soft, and I mean, he doesn't, it flops like he doesn't have armatures, but it does allow you to pose, but at the same time, it doesn't hold, like, it holds a little bit, you know, good enough, but it may eventually slowly, you know, go down or something, but it holds really nice for them armatures to be that soft. See, it didn't even really fall all the way down. So, but if you get the soft armatures in both the arms and the legs, I think he will have even more flop to him. But the silicone itself is just a whole different feeling. It's something that I cannot describe. I will say this, and I you know, I only have like one reference for the most part of some of the I hate to say that like that, you know, because it sounds so snobby when you say, oh, the brand name. Like, everybody is a brand, you know what I mean? Every one of us we are our brand, you know what I mean? But so I'll just say, like, Claire Taylor, like, expensive dolls, the ones that are her actual dolls, the ones that she fully complete herself and doesn't sell as kits. Back in the day, I don't know her current filling because I haven't had her newest, you know, silicone. This silicone reminds me of that. That's what it reminds me of. So, if that gives some people that know what that feels like an idea, it gives me that feeling. It's not really heavy too, so that also confirms, because I remember she could have a really big baby that could be like, who was it, like the princess and stuff, like that baby was still not really heavy. So whatever they use or whatever, it's a little bit more like fluffy, like not as heavy as some of the other silicones. So that's the best way I can explain it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the quick review. I will do some pictures of him. I will do a more, you know, detailed review. Like I said, like his legs, like I told you, his legs will hold his pose. I don't want to do a full review right this minute, but I will take his little I'll take his little onesie open a little bit for you guys and give you an idea. He's so cute. Yeah, like it just, I don't know, the wrinkle is a little different. Like in his little thigh area, not really too much different. I think Ziggy does that too. But yeah, so like it's just a different feel, because like I don't know, but I will, like I said, I will do a separate video where I show more of his posing and stuff like that. But you know, he still hasn't had his, you know, final touches and all that stuff. So I will come back, and I plan on rooting him right away once I am currently rooting Grace, and it's coming along beautifully. Oh my gosh, I can't believe myself that I've been actually enjoying just sitting watching TV and rooting, or listening to TV and rooting her. So once she's done, I'm gonna root him. I'm definitely gonna root him, because I don't want him to be a hat baby for long, because I know I'm gonna want to take a lot of pictures of him in different poses. So anyway, again, thank you all for watching. Thank you everyone for supporting your girl, and I hope to see you in the next video.